guys, Mark from Adventure Time Outdoors. Beautiful day outside today. Decided to head out and walk on the lake a little bit and just check some things out in the park. Picked up some new toys. I have had a Bacho Laplander delivered to my house, so I can finally get rid of that Coleman piece of junk and the Jeff White bush knife. So we're gonna wander around here a little bit. Decided to hit the ice for a couple of minutes just to check out, see if anybody's out here fishing. Not too many people here so far. There's a guy over there somewhere, but anyway, we'll maybe meet up with him and see how he's doing. But yeah, I have a few impressions, but first thing I want to do is just do a little walk and see if I can find a nice standing dead birch or maple, and we'll collect some carving wood, and then, or before, because I'm getting pretty hungry, we'll stop and have some lunch. Well, I come to this spot quite often, usually just to walk the trails, get outside, but today I want to go and find out what's on the other side of that hill over there, and just keep on going into the the uncut bush, just see what I can find, what's out there. I find a lot of times in these old woods you can find old broken down cars and all kinds of stuff. It's kind of sad, to be honest, but they really take care of the park here. But they keep their trails clean. Everything's real nice. But I really want to kind of see what the rest of it's like. So I'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll see what's going on. Well, so far nothing's really looking good for the standing dead yet. But I did decide to find my way behind that mountain, and I believe we've come to there. So maybe what I'll do is I'll have a break, fire up my little stove and have some lunch, because I am getting hungry, and see if I can find a place where I can have a seat, and then we'll chat a little. Just a little tip. Sometimes you may find that your gas is cold and not agreeing with you. You take one of these little hot pot fellas, and stick them right under your can, and that'll keep a little bit of extra warmth going in there, so it'll keep your gas from freezing up. Give her a little shake. Some Campbell's pepper steak stew. That's what we're going to be eating for lunch, and then we'll wash that down with a coffee. Oh, no we won't, because I forgot my pot at home. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. If you look right here, I did find a big downed birch tree. So maybe we can cut a couple pieces off that, and we'll have something to carve some spoons out of a little bit later. And the wood still looks pretty good too. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully if all is good, we'll be able to pick up some punk wood around here too. And wouldn't mind getting some charring done today. That would be great. So I'll pull out the bacho in a couple of minutes right after I'm finished eating, and we'll maybe make 3 cuts or something like that. I could probably get a bunch of spoons out of that piece right there. So we'll cut that off right after I'm finished that, and then we'll talk about the Jeff White knife a little bit. Alright, so this is the Jeff White bush knife. I ordered this from the Pathfinder store, and they gave you an option of which sheath you'd like to come with it. I got the sheath from Hand Sewn Leather. Love the sheath, very nice. It also came with a ferrocerium rod inside, but the handle broke on it really quick, so I ended up changing it to, I made one with a piece of, they call it a piece of fat wood, and I glued it in with some Gorilla Glue. So it fits in there nice and snug, so I don't have to worry about coming out. there's the knife itself. It's got curly maple handles, brass pin with a, I think it's a brass pin, with a brass lanyard ring, and it's got a Scandi grind on, a convex grind. It's, but when I first got it, I was kind of disappointed because on the edge right along here, there was a couple of flat spots. There's no way I could show it to you on the camera. It's gone now, but I fixed it. But it took a long time to actually, to sand it out, and I was kind of disappointed. I mean, the knife for the price, I believe I paid $64 or something like that for it. But the price was great. The knife, after fixing the problem with the edge, was great. There was, I believe, 3 spots. One of them was almost non-existent. The second one was about 2 millimeters, but the third one was the bigger one was quite a bit bigger. And when I was shining it, like looking at the edge in the light, you could really see it. It was about 4 or 5 millimeters. So after cleaning that up and laying down some sandpaper and going at it with a mouse pad, I finally got through it all, and I was able to put it onto a strop later on after increasing my sandpaper and whatnot. Not going to get into how to sharpen it, but anyway, after getting through all that, I mean, the knife is just it's great. It had a little bit of a learning curve about how using a convex grind, but it cuts real easy, real smooth, real easy. I just love it now. I'm getting more used to it, and the more I use it, the more I'm starting to love it. If I had to critique the knife in any way besides the defect that it came with, I would like to increase the size of the handle. I've got a very big palm. My fingers aren't long, but my palm's pretty big, and when I'm working with it after a certain amount of time, I start getting a bit of a cramp on my hand from squeezing something so small. I would like to have something maybe a little bit bigger, but that being said, for the price, amazing knife. The sheath was, I believe, an extra $35, and that's absolutely worth it. I'm going to find some kind of product to waterproof it and weatherproof it. But besides that, what a great buy, and I recommend that to anybody. So, I also picked up a Bacho Laplander. This I just got recently. It's got a pretty nice saw. I think it's an 8-inch blade, and folds in and it locks, which is something I like. Before this, I was using a Coleman piece of junk. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. The locking mechanism had this little flip thing up on top, and it never really worked, and sometimes it popped, and sometimes the little pin that went in the side to hold the whole thing together used to fall apart, and I just got fed up fixing the thing. And a couple of times sawing it, it would catch, and the blade would just bend, like turn into a C, And anyway, I just got fed up of it, and I ordered one of these. And this I just ordered off of Amazon, and I've been seeing a lot of people use it, and Mike from Bushcraft Barton swears by it, so I decided to go for it, and we're going to try it out for the first time right now. Alright, so right here we have a pretty much frozen birch tree that's fallen over. It is dead, so I'm not cutting down anything alive. I'm not wasting any nice trees or anything, but we'll give it a cut and see how it goes. That was pretty nice and pretty fast. We'll make a few more cuts. Yep, definitely nice. We'll bring a couple pieces of these home, and I'm going to carve a few spoons out of them. So, well, there we go. I have to say the Bacho's a win. I mean, take a look at this. these pieces are quite thick, probably about 3.5 inches in diameter, and the backhoe just ripped right through these things like no one's business. It took seconds to cut through these. So I'm gonna bring these home, and we'll see if we can get a couple of spoons out of them. It looks like there's gonna be some nice grain in there. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on a second. I don't know if you'll be able to see the grain in there, but it looks like it's gonna be pretty nice. Anyway, I'm gonna get these home, and we'll carve some spoons out of them. Look at all these goodies. Now that is some good tinder bundle material right there. And it's all around. There's some more right there. It's just about everywhere. It's actually incredible the amount of rabbit tracks there are around here. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed trapping, but they're basically all over. Got some more over there. Some more over here by the tree and the log. Haven't seen any yet, but they're around. I'm pretty sure my snowshoes are making way too much noise. Oh, look at that. It is my lucky day. Nice chunk of chaga there. See if I can knock that off. Well guys, I don't know if you caught that or not, but just scored myself a nice chunk of chaga. My first one out of these area. Now hopefully I'll be able to find some more, because this stuff makes a great tea and it is fantastic for you. It's a big downed hemlock, looks like. Yeah. It's still green though. Must have been pretty recent when we had those big storms. High winds, 90k, 100k. Could do that maybe. Anyway, let's keep on moving. Normally when I find a yellow birch around here, the bark is really thick and hard. This one is nice and fluffy. And there's tons of it coming off. So I'm going to pack a little of this in my pocket, and we'll keep this for a future tinder bundle. Well guys, that's just about it for me. I'm going to start heading back to the car now. And wow, look at that. That must have been some impressive tree back in its day. Anyway, I'm going to head on back to the car. I've had a pretty good day today. Got to find some chaga, checked things around, looked at, tested out the bacho, which I'm very impressed with. And did a little talk about the Jeff White knife, and actually a new addition to my kit was a pair of snowshoes from Sasquatch. I bought them at a place called Sports Opus, which is basically a used place, like a Played Against Sports type place or whatever it is. But they did happen to have some new ones, so I picked these up. A pair for me and a pair for my son, and I mean, for the price, I mean, what do I know about snowshoeing? Absolutely nothing. But I've been marching around all day long in this snow, and they're actually probably a little bit small for me. So and I was walking around in this stuff with ease, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna head back to the car, and we'll give 2 thumbs up for the score on the nice birch and the chaga, which was a really pleasant surprise. Well guys, thanks a lot for coming along on this walk with me. Just about wore out now. Did a few kilometers out in the woods. The terrain was kind of bumpy, but it was a really good, successful hike today. Got a nice batch of birch bark to bring home, a couple of pieces of birch for some carving, and I finally found some of the elusive chaga in my area, which has been kind of hard for me to find. I've been looking all over trying to get my hands on some. Just hasn't been working out. I just want to give a special thanks to all my subscribers and you know, all those people that actually you know, hit the like button for my videos. You know, I do this for fun. This is a great way to get out, and I get to share my adventures with you guys. And you know, I take my son out on these a lot, and he loves it too. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you guys a thanks, and you guys are great. And you know, I hope to see you again soon out here. So be safe on the trails and get out and explore. Take it easy.